One of the core tenets of rhythm games is accuracy. Getting perfect judgments on each note takes a high degree of precision of inputs and concentration. This is all true in OS as well, although there is something many consider even harder than 100%ing a beat map: getting the worst accuracy possible while full comboing. At first, this may sound ridiculous, but consistently tapping too early or late is quite difficult, especially when you've spent most of your time in-game trying to do the exact opposite. In OS Standard, there are a few different hit judgments. In order of best to worst, there is the 300, the 100, the 50, and then of course the miss. You could just miss every node of a map and finish with 0% accuracy, but anyone could do this without even being at the computer. Full comboing requires you to tap every single note in a beat map, so regardless of accuracy, a high skill level is needed to accomplish the so-called low accuracy FC. To get a low judgment, ideally you have to press the key on the very edge of the note's hit window, early or late enough to be a 100 or 50 judgment, but not to the degree of completely missing the note. Normal hit circles rely on this timing, but not sliders which have no accuracy components for their heads. The only way to not get a 300 then is to stop holding on some part of the slider. You cannot get a 50 on a slider without breaking your combo, so we'll have to settle for 100s instead. The tricky part is any slider tick or reverse missed will break your combo too, so the slider ends are actually the only part that can be missed. Maybe even harder than that is spinners, which do have an accuracy judgment based on how much you spin. Trying to find the sweet spot in the spinner can be unbelievably difficult, since the hit window, or rather the spin window, is heavily influenced by how long the spinner is. Spin too little and you will miss, but spin too much and you'll get a perfect 300 hit. With all of this in mind, it's much more obvious now how this is quite a hassle to pull off. Playing maps with only circles and possibly spinners, and only getting 50s, the lowest possible FC accuracy is 16.67%. Any sliders or errors while playing would lead to higher accuracies than this, but under ideal conditions, 16.67 is the goal. Only players with lots of experience and a hefty amount of finger control, or help from changing offset, can consistently become anti-rhythm gamers. As niche of a challenge as it may seem, many players have attempted to FC while pushing their accuracy as low as it can go. Probably the most famous of these players takes it to a whole other level. Ming3012 tries to set the lowest accuracy FCs and get his overall accuracy as low as possible. Imagine a player capable of setting 500 or 600 PP plays, but instead they almost entirely hit 100s and 50s. He's set countless plays which are FC or near FC with 70, 60, 50% or less accuracy. At the lowest, Ming was able to reach an overall profile accuracy of 66.66% by replacing his top plays with lower accuracy ones. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, changes to the PP system have made low accuracy plays worth less than before, which in turn has made his profile accuracy go all the way back up to 90%. FCing with low accuracy is an interesting challenge that spawned an entire subculture in OS. Whether it be tapping inaccurately in general or going for the coveted 0x300 score, players are always finding unique and fun ways to change up gameplay. Although it's more of a spectacle than a true skill, players who are good at getting low accuracy without missing impress us nonetheless. Who knows what other crazy displays of ability the player base will come up with next.